goes along with how I was going to start this. Some of you know me, I've taught lots of classes and stuff, but some of you that don't, right after I graduated in 1973, my mom died in August, at the end of August, so right after I was out of school, and my mom was definitely a housewife, a homemaker, and she did all the cooking and cleaning and stuff, so when she died, I was left with my dad and my brother, my younger brother, and I didn't go to college, I stayed home, and I didn't know how to cook, and I wasn't a member of the church. I didn't join the church until about 5 years later, and thank heavens for Relief Society, because that's where I learned to cook. And after we joined the church, I had 2 other brothers. My mom was the oldest of 9, and my dad was the youngest of 6, and neither side of the family had anything really to do with this. Still to this day, I haven't seen a lot of them. Most of them are gone by now, but I don't have family recipes. I don't have any from my dad, I don't side or my mom's side. And so it's really important to me that my kids have that. And I have Sunday dinner every Sunday at my house, and my kids and grandkids have their favorites. And so think about your favorite salads and what you like to take to people when they ask for potluck or you're going on a picnic. Think about what your favorite salad is. Anybody want to share?
My mother's potato salad.
Okay, potato salad. That was the one that first came to mind, and I have a funny story about that. Not knowing how to cook potato salad was my husband's favorite thing, and he loved his mom's favorite potato salad. So probably 5 or 6 years after we was married, I would make potato salad. Well, he let me know that maybe I needed to get his mom's recipe, so I probably didn't make potato salad for another 10 years. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. I've been married to him for 47 years, so.
Have you perfected it?
Yes, I've got it perfected. Okay. But I will tell you, I do it a little bit different. And that's what I love about salads, is if there's something you like or you don't like. This one happens to be my family's favorite. And I just roughly chop everything. And it has pickles and onions and potatoes and eggs and things. But it also has bacon and cilantro that is a little bit different. So when you try these, you know, try to be a little bit more attractive than I was. And to this day, I haven't ever got his mother's potato salad. I have other ones, but I don't have that one. But that, it's kind of nice to be able to switch things up that you like or leave them out. I've got some kids that, namely my daughter, that doesn't like onions, but she's the only one, and so it's too bad for her usually because onions add so much flavor to things. This is a little bit harder class to teach because everything has to be pretty fresh. It's hard to prepare things ahead of time. But I am definitely into prepping food. I do all my food prep on Saturday for Sunday when everybody comes to dinner. And so this is kind of my trick when I do it. I will prep all of it, and then I write on the bottom of it, like these were all for salads, so I had to write on the bottom of them which ones of these salads they went to. Then when I got up this morning, I could just start putting them together. So it's a really easy way to prep food, and I find it way easier to prep all the food on Saturday and do all the dishes ahead of time. And that way, when they come on Sunday, I'm not just prepping food and doing dishes. So I have a 9-year-old grandson, and this year for his birthday, his mom always asks him what they want, and he said, I want potato salad, but I want Grandma's potato salad. So I'm one step ahead of and so she did. She didn't fix it for him, but she let me fix it for him, so that was a good thing. But potato salad, I found that one really funny. Another one of his favorites is, and I don't know, this is a Snickers apple salad. So it just has apples and Snicker bars in it. And the dressing is cream cheese.
It's more of a dessert.
It kind of is. It can be used as a dessert.
When people told me it was a salad, I'm like,
Well, I was thinking about, like, I remember my mom making Waldorf salad. Yeah. That used to be a big thing, and you know, we've lost a lot of things. A lot of things that people used to make, they don't make anymore because this kind of stuff doesn't come out of a box or at a fast food restaurant. And that's what I'm finding, that we're really losing the art of cooking because people don't want to take the time, they're busy or whatever. But there's just nothing better than but you just beat cream cheese with powdered sugar and then add Cool Whip. I mean, it's really easy, and they're easy, fun sides that make your food go further. This is kind of an old salad. It's got beans and green peppers, green onions, tomatoes, and you add Fritos and Catalina dressing. And I'll do that when we get ready, but some of these you can't do because everything kind of gets soggy. But this is an older recipe, and I've got some recipe books from our ward that go back probably in the 80s. And when you go through those, there's like green lime jello salad with grated carrots in it. I mean, nobody makes that.
Young people nowadays think.
No, what? And I can remember a grated carrot salad with raisins in it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and pineapple, yes. And I think that there was a salad that they put cottage cheese and jello, like dried jello in it.
Lime jello?
Yes.
Yep.
It's for big.
I mean, those are things that they really don't do much of, but we loved them and we ate them, you know, and now, you know, they're kind of getting to be, same with macaroni salad, it's kind of like potato salad. Everybody likes a little bit different things in it. Lots of people like to cube up cheese, some people like to put canned shrimp, you know, you can do a zillion things. But nowadays, like this salad is more of a dinner, like we can eat this for a whole dinner, and this is an oriental chicken salad. And this one I just use a rotisserie chicken, but most of the time I just do chicken breast in the oven.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, and wonton, and then I just do wontons, and then add, this has got sesame seeds and almonds in it. You add a can of chow mein noodles, and this dressing is just sugar, pepper, and vinegar, and then after it's cool, then you add oil. You add oil to it, but it's a great salad. But it can be a meal, and I brought these bran muffins because that's kind of what we eat when we do a meal. And these are those bran muffins that last 6 weeks. Yes. You do them, they've got oat flakes and the little sticks of bran, and you do them and then you put hot water and a quart of buttermilk, mix it all together and set it overnight. But it lasts in the refrigerator for 6 weeks. And so, anyway, they're really yummy.
It doesn't last 6 weeks.
No. It can last 6 weeks, but it doesn't necessarily. Another thing I've done is, I'm kind of a waste not, want not person. That's what my mom always said, waste not, want not. And so, when I buy cucumbers and they start to, I don't use them up fast enough, or a lot of times I'll buy them and I don't use them for a while, then I will just, a lot of times, just put them back in the brine that comes in pickles. And it just makes that really crisp pickle that you buy in the refrigerated part of the grocery store. They don't put them on the shelf there. And this one just happens to have, I made it up, the brine myself, but I just will slice them and stick them in with even my pickles, and then I'll use them on a salad, or if I'm going out the door, I might grab a few and just put them in a bag and take them with me, just so I have something. You can add fresh dill to it, but I'll have cucumbers like this. I just stick them down in with my pickles, so it's a good way not
And
to.
that's a really good way, because those little ones, they're gorgeous and cute,
they don't last very long.
They don't.
They spoil really quick, the skins are way thinner, so that'd be a really good way
Yeah.
to utilize them.
Yeah, and I really like these. I like them because they, you know, you buy and there's just Kim and I there, so large cucumbers sometimes goes to waste, and I really hate throwing out food. It's just really not one of my things that I like, so
So how long do you think it takes for it to take on that flavor?
I can eat them the next day. You can eat them within a few hours.
Just a fresh pickle.
They're just like a fresh pickle, yeah. And they're wonderful. They're wonderful just to eat plain, but they're also,
That's good to know.
same thing with
A new habit.
my breads, my French breads and stuff that we don't use, because a lot of times on Sunday, we won't eat the whole thing, and so then I just make fresh croutons out of it by just cutting it up and putting some olive oil, salt and pepper, and whatever seasonings you want, put them in the oven, and just let them, move them around a little bit until they brown on both sides. These jars are a good way to, if you're doing a picnic, I have some bigger ones that I use, and a lot of times I'll do 3 salads in them and label them, and it's a good way to keep them covered, and it's all, you know, it's kind of decorative and stuff, but it's a good way to, I have a hard time with boughten salad dressings. I have a hard time with a lot of boughten things, because to me they have an aftertaste. And especially boughten salad dressings have kind of an aftertaste to them. And so I make my own salad dressings most of the time, and it takes very little ingredients to make, and they're fresh because you don't make up big jars of them and stuff. And that's one thing, when I buy them, I feel like I throw salad dressings away because they, yeah, I just don't, I don't know, there's just this aftertaste. And I try really hard for there not to be, because it would be easier if I could just buy them, but it doesn't work like that, so. This is it just looks really strange. But it comes from Market Street Restaurant, and it's another way to use up broken lasagna noodles and stuff, you know, because nothing makes me madder when I open the box and there's a whole bunch of them in the bottom that's broke up. So I just save them, and I cook them up, and then this has got like,
Salami.
yeah, salami in it, and green beans, and carrots, and it's got sugar snap peas, and
But it's
spinach.
great. I make that one all the time in the summer, and it's just,
For a meal.
it's refreshing because it has the lemon,
Yeah.
lemon juice in it, and it's just a really good salad.
That's the dressing.
This is a dressing, and you just use shallots or onion and a little bit of garlic, and they have you cook it until it kind of caramelizes, and then you put the rest of your ingredients, which is like lemon juice, and I think might have some honey in it.
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, and then put it in something that you can blend it so that it's pretty smooth and stuff, but it has it's really good. It has a really lemony taste. Even though it's a little bit strange looking, I think I like it because of that.
Oh, yeah.
We had went someplace and eaten one kind of similar, and so then when I got on it, started looking it up, and I found that one, I was like, yeah, that's a keeper, so that's one
So
of,
will the dressing recipes come with the
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they come on there and stuff.
How about the muffins?
Yes, and the muffins are on there too.
Oh,
yes.
that's a great, that makes a meal. That
That
one makes
does.
a meal. You don't have
Yeah,
to,
you
Not
don't have to,
anything else.
yeah, you can have
Yeah.
that salad and a muffin and just
you're
be
good.
set.
yeah.
And the same with this one, it's kind of like that. This is a fruit one, and my grandkids just love it. It's just fresh fruit, and it just kind of has a lemon, and the kiwi's got a little bit colored because it's set in there with those, usually when I do it, fresh it, or, you know, right then, but even some of the raspberries broke down. But it's such a good recipe for right now, because there's a lot of fresh fruit. I did have a really hard time, it was funny, when I was up here in Pocatello, I could not buy grapes.
Yeah, well,
There's
they're
none
kind of
in
on their
Costco.
run.
Yeah, there
Well,
wasn't
but-
any.
Well, even though they're not seasonal, they'll come in for about a
Yeah.
month, 5 weeks.
Yeah,
And
and
there's
then,
2 or 3 weeks where they don't have another harvest all year.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I saw them the other day that they were a ridiculous
$3 a
price,
pound.
$3 a pound, and I'm going, no.
Yeah, I don't want them that bad.
Yeah.
And there's a couple recipes on that I didn't do, but they're kind of similar to that I didn't make up. There's this snow jello, and it's kind of fun. Like it'll come on here, like, it'll come on your email like this. And this snow jello is kind of a fun one for kids, especially girls. Like if they like frozen, you know, and you're gonna do something. It's a white jello, and then you can put blue whipped cream or something over it. We usually do raspberries or something, but it's kind of a fun one. But my grandkids like, this is kind of similar, but my grandkids like this one. This one's a stained glass jello,
Oh, yes.
and so
Oh.
it's just, you just do, and I have some like small Pyrexes. They're all about the same size. So there has to be 4. You can do red and blue, and then just do the whites for like 4th of July, or red and green for Christmas or whatever. And so I just do a package of Jello in each of 4. It just has a cup of water in it, and then set it in the refrigerator. Then cube it, and then the white is just 2 packages of Knox gelatin and a can of sweetened condensed milk.
Oh, wow.
And then put them in there and put your cubes in there and pour it over the top of it and let it settle overnight. Anyway, kids love it because I mean, Jello's kind of a thing of the past. We used to eat Jello all the time. Like I was trying to scrape my potatoes and gravy away from my Jello because it would melt when I was a kid. And my dad would say, clean up your plate. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't. My gravy's all over it. But this is kind of a fun one, and usually I just cut it with almost like a cake, so when it comes out. But the kids love that kind of stuff, and I think we kind of get away from the fun. And I noticed with this younger generation, I've been in Relief Society ever since I joined the church. I've had a Relief Society calling. And they moved me to a new ward. They changed our boundaries, and so they moved me out to Pingree, which I don't know, some of you know where Pingree is. So I live in Thomas, or in Rockford, and they sent me out to Pingree. And I'm with all these really young girls. And we were planning things, and it's different because they don't want to do the sewing, and I'm just so grateful for older women who taught me how to darn socks and mend Levi's, and you know, how to can and dry food and sew. Like those things were all very endearing to me.
Right.
And these girls don't really want to do that. But I think it's really important that we don't let go of these things, because I noticed that they're not into the fluff. They don't want to do tooling around the tables or anything like that. And I'm kind of grateful for that. They're just pretty simple and stuff. But they want to do fun. They don't want to do learning. They want to do fun.
Yeah.
I am on the extra meeting planning committee with all young people. I hear you.
Yeah.
Totally. They want it simple, easy, fast.
Yeah. If you can't open a can and,
Yes.
and mix it
Yeah.
together to make your meal,
But
then
I mean every activity.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, they were planning the March birthday, and I'm like, what? You want to do what? And it's like, we don't want to do the extra. They don't want to take time. I think their world is so fast and furious that they.
And they have so much information ready available to them
Oh, yeah.
on their
I decorate
phones.
for everything. Like my decorations in my home change every month, and
Yeah.
so I decorate for every activity, and they love that, but they don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of what, I had to pray really hard because I really struggled whether I should have even been called to this calling, because I'm like, I'm too old.
yeah.
These girls want to do fun, and I want to do practical, and I'm too old. So I had to pray a lot about it, and what I came up with was, I've got to appreciate that they're out of that thinking that we need to decorate everything. Like they just want to come and set up. We did a gardening one this month, and it was very informative, and they did a really good job. You know, they just do things different than what I do, and I have to learn to appreciate that they do things differently. So I think it's the same with cooking and stuff. They've just grown up in a different, I mean, my kids said, well, Janice knows where I live, and we live far enough out of town that you just don't run in and get pizza. And my kids said that. I don't ever remember getting pizza, and I was like, I can make dinner by the time I ran to town. Like, you know.
made pizza.
Yeah, yes, that's what we did. But I'm gonna throw these salads together, and I want you ladies to feel free to come up and taste whatever you want.
Let's see, we need some more spoons, don't we?
Yeah, we might do. But you know, go home and get out some of your family favorites, and you know, I always tell my kids that if I don't do things, I'm gonna be a memory in a drawer. Because, you know, that's all we'll be, is a picture in a drawer.
Yeah.
And they said, Mom, we don't even do pictures anymore.
It's just all on the cloud.
Yeah, it's just there, you know, so they're not even gonna be pictures of, you know. And I decided, you know, like, it was hard for me when my mom died, and like, to think back, because I thought I'd have forever with her, and to think back of the things that, you know, that I would remember and stuff, and I thought, you know, food is such a great connection to people.
Yes.
You walk into a house and you smell rolls, and you think, oh, Mama used to make those, you know, or you see a banana cream pie, or, you know, something that's older, and you think, oh, you know, I remember when we did that, you know. And so it's such a great connection for people. And,
Ladine has a comment
Yes.
here. In our family, the grandkids get to pick a recipe that's theirs, and then it's renamed for them. Like Cody's is Cody's Delight, and remember the hot lunch applesauce with the graham crackers and the whipped cream on top. That's hers, and it's Cody's Delight, and so all the family knows that's Cody's Delight.
that's, yeah, there's a website called Free Photos. And we had a class on Relief Society one time, and a girl came and taught it, and you can download the app, and every month you can get 85 free photos. So you can get on your phone, click on 85 pictures, and they'll send you 4x6 for free. Just costs you the post. Well, they'll also send you a free book. So you can use pictures that are on your phone, and you can create this free book. So I went through and just I did a couple of them, but I did pictures of my grandkids and stuff. And then I hand wrote their favorite recipe by their picture. And then I got most of my grandkids, I have grandkids that are like in their 20s, and then I have, my youngest son has 2 little tiny boys, and they live in Utah, they don't live by us. And so I did a cousin book, and so I put a picture of like my oldest grandson's Tegan, and I put a picture of him, and it just says, "Hi Dax, I'm Tegan, I'm your oldest cousin." And Max was telling me the other day that Dax has memorized all those pictures in that book, and it connects him, because my oldest son he used to live in South Carolina, and now he just moved to New Mexico, so he's not close enough, you know. But I hand wrote recipes that my grandkids liked, and so it's a good way to.
So you had their picture, and then you wrote the
I wrote it to
into
the side.
picture.
Yeah. So when you make the book, they'll make the book for you. You just go through, and it says page 1.
Right.
You click on the picture, and it puts it over, and you position it where you want it. You know.
So you did it there, you didn't handwrite it and take a
I
picture
did-
of it?
No,
Okay,
I did the book,
yeah.
and then when I got the book and it was just pictures, then I hand wrote the recipe. So it's in my handwriting.
And where, is it written in the book, or you gave
Yeah,
me a
in the
card?
in the book.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm
Yes,
trying to get this.
It's in the book, so every
I get
month you
next to
can
your
get a
picture.
free book.
I'm with you.
And so I can do 12 books, I have 12 grandkids, so I can do 12 books a year for free. And I can, you know, do whatever I want.
Free photos.
Free photos, called free photos. I'll show you.
Free photos, that's called.
I'll show you the app so you can see when it, and I'll just go through and click on the newest pictures, because I have like 2,500 on here. But I did photography for the football team for years at Snake River, for my boys all played football. And I had a girl scan all my pictures, and I had 12,000 pictures.
Oh,
Okay, nobody nowadays even goes in and they don't do anything with it, you just take them.
They just take them.
And so I do a lot of quilts and stuff, and a lot of sewing, and so I have a book that has all the quilts I've done in it, and I write, like I do a lot of t-shirt quilts for people, and I write like to the side of it what it is and stuff, so I do.
You're amazing. But you always.
Or crazy, I don't know, you know, sometimes I.
Can we have a class next month on t-shirt quilts?
You would love it, I'm serious, you would love it. So it's this blue one right here, and it's a butterfly,
Okay.
and it says free prints,
Free prints.
free prints. And it comes out like that.
and there's no catch.
No, there's no catch, because I'm really careful about that, because I don't want them to start sending me a whole bunch of stuff.
Turn it this way.
And I've
Start
done it-
charging you for.
Yes, and I've
Yeah.
done it a zillion
And
times.
so once a month you get 85?
85.
Honey, this is the best thing
And it-
ever.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, and they're right.
But yes, and they'll just send it to my email and just say, or text it to me. They'll just text it and just say, you have 85 pictures you haven't done
I
yet.
just downloaded it, I can't wait.
Yes. Free-
Well, we'll
free
check
print.
next month with you.
So they'll send you the 85 prints,
Yeah,
or the book. if you
yeah, or
choose
the book.
that.
And if you want 5x7s, they'll do 5x7s. You have to pay a little bit for them, but 4x6s. And so I put them on the side of my refrigerator that faces my dining room table, and put them up there, and my grandkids will come and check
So
out
there it
everything.
is. Which one do you turn on? Which one do you?
This one,
The
this
butterfly.
get one,
Okay, I get it.
so it'll go like that, yeah. It's just that blue butterfly.
Blue butterfly.
Anyway, see.
Oh, that's funny. We come to cook and
Yeah, we
we're
come to
learning
cook,
how to
yeah.
download
Yes.
pictures.
Okay. Yes,
Uh,
but you know, I told my kids, you know, that that's what we'd be, is a memory in a drawer, you know, and I got thinking, they don't even do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so,
They don't do it, but you might be surprised when it comes down to it, that
Oh,
those
they
might be
don't,
very
so.
precious keepsakes.
Yes.
Eventually.
yes,
And people have lost stuff on the cloud, I'm sorry. It can happen.
Well, my daughter-in-law does all of her scrapbooking online, digitally.
yeah, yeah. Most of them do, like, that, you know, and I wished I was better at it. I was telling my daughter the other day, I used to do a lot of stuff on the computer and stuff, but, gosh, I don't know. I thought I'd be sitting around wondering what I was gonna knit next, but that time is not, I don't know. There's times when I'm like, what happened to my life?
Now, are those fried or are they baked?
You can do either. You can do either one.
Oh, I've never baked them.
My daughter bakes them.
Really?
She just spritzes them a little bit, so they'll brown, and then she halfway through turns them.
What temperature?
I don't know, probably 350 or 75.
Oh, I've always done them, you know,
Deep fat fried them.
deep fat fried them. I didn't know you could
Yep.
do them in the oven. I'll Google her.
She's ready to over them all.
Before we dig in, huh?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. And this sounds like a really strange dressing, but
Oh, it's good.
it's
It's
so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's got so much pepper in it, but it's so good.
Did you put the chubby noodles in it?
I haven't yet.
Oh.
Thank you for reminding me.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
where does that go in?
Okay, where did you get your cute shaker? I haven't seen a nice pour like that.
Like this one?
Amazon?
I wanna say it was Pampered Chef, but I'm
Oh.
not, I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Well, set us up with somebody that sells cookies.
Yeah.
Then you'll have a whole kitchen full of stuff.
I know.
vegan.
I get judicious. Old salads, my mother made, remember you grated the carrots and put in mayonnaise and a little pineapple?
Yes.
That's so one of my
Yes.
favorites, that's an old.
Or raisins.
But they do have it at, what's that buffet, Chuck Wagon.
Do they have it there
So
still?
I go there
Yeah.
and get mine.
Well, food used to be really simple, you know, like they've kind of even gotten away from simple.
We'll make a Whopper salad.
But, yeah, my mom used to make that Walser salad.
Have you ever made apple raisin salad?
Great.
I've ate it before. I had boys, I had mostly boys, 4 boys and a daughter. And we were potato farmers, so we did lots of potatoes and gravy because they had friends that came and that was their thing. And I got an email the other day from my second son's friend and he's like, hey, Mrs. Shawver, I'll pay you to make me a pot of stroganoff.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a good one too.
So, yes, yeah, that's a good one. But anyway, it was short and sweet, but there's so much preparation that has to go in before.
Yeah,
that-
yes. Any questions?
Yeah, any questions?
Thank you.
I just want all the recipes.
Okay, well, usually I go home and do it the same day, so you'll get them within a couple of days, because they're already on my computer.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of names are already on there that I just click on them and,
That's good.
so,
So go ahead.
do you want to have a closing prayer?